right? And that is what it is. But it's also, you know, like that was the conversation, again, just having with my manager, because I'm being as candid as I can. I said that, and then they're like, I think you're being super negative. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just telling you what it is.
Well, no, they just, you know, they want the bushy-tailed, brand new little person that's like, oh, I'm going to go make it happen. And the thing about it is, like, yeah, you just got into the industry like 2 years ago, you know, and you're still fresh. But regardless of that, even a senior rep is going to run into that exact same wall, and you can only push it so hard.
Well, and that's the thing. And I would just be straight up. Like, I had a conversation with another a friend who's a med device sales, right? And they kind of take the aren't you ready for the challenge? Aren't you ready just to go after it? I said, to work 2 or 3 times as hard and make not as much money? Would you like? And I turned around. I said, would you sacrifice, be flying, getting cussed at every single day when you're going to turn it around to say you did it, but knowing that I could go to pharma and make more money and literally work? My work-life balance, again, it's not like I work crazy times, but like, for example, I was up at 5 a.m. I just walked through my door. I didn't get done with cases till 5:15, 5:30. Still had to go do some paperwork and computer work. That's 6 o'clock, texted you, went to the gym, got done at the gym at 8. It is 8:45. You and me are doing a podcast, and I'll eat dinner after this, and I'll be up at 5 a.m. to work out, do all my cases and everything in the morning, and I will be jumping on a flight at 9 p.m. tomorrow night to fly to Texas. And I will get in, fall asleep. I'll be up at 5 a.m., leave my hotel at 5:15 to do an in-service an hour away at 6:30 in the morning, have a lunch over there, and then be back on a plane at 2 p.m. to fly back and be here at 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's people don't get it. And I talked about it in my last video too. Like, I didn't want to believe it, in the sense of when you have these senior reps and these old guys, you know, the ones that are telling you, like, you don't know shit. Like, you like
my favorite and my most usuals that I get.
Yeah, exactly. So like they want to tell you and beat you down and tell you like you can't take this job, blah 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 blah. And I okay, you and I having this conversation, I get that mentality, because yeah, your mentality from, you know, the 1980s, 1990s, when you were doing this, that was your only fucking option. Like, it's either I kill, or I'm gonna be killed, or I have no food or anything, right? You eat what you kill. Whereas in this world, and I said it, I'm like, okay, I'm a millennial, but I don't want to look at that as the mindset of this is what millennials do, right? But you work hard, but you also play smarter.
That's
right? So like, if you can go do the same, even if like you love what you're doing, and let's say on average you put 55 hours of work in, but if you can put the same 55 hours somewhere else and increase your income by $40,000-$50,000, you're not a quitter because this other one isn't working out for you. You're fucking smart because you just increased your income and you're working the same amount. Now, how much smarter are you if you fucking increase your income by that much and you reduce the amount of time that you're working by 15, 20 hours? Like, but they would look at it as...
You're exactly. And I love that talk, because I will have that conversation all day long, right? Because like, my favorite is that I actually just heard a thing, and it was actually talking about inflation. It's talking about the job where we're at, and it says if you stay at a job for longer than 2 years, you're losing money. And so I saw that, and right. So if I go to any of my companies, right, or if you go to a company and after 2 years they're like, you ask for a raise, they'll be like, well, like keep in mind right now, right? They won't, because it's the giant company, right? It's one of the biggest companies in the world. If I just go in there, because you have to hit quota, and then you'll get raises from, hey, you hit these 2 landmarks, you did this for performing, then you'll get raises for your base salary, right? And it goes up at plan. But even for me, I'm like, hey, let's just talk inflation. Went up 8%. Without a raise, without bonus, you need to raise my salary 8%. And then once we're there, then let's talk about my bonus, right? Well, you do that. Mm-hmm. We just added $30,000 to $50,000 on just by that. And these big companies, no way. They won't do it. No. I literally just talked to a teammate a year and a half ago. I was put at a base. They just got put at the same base a year and a half, even though during all this inflation. They asked if there was any wiggle room, and the company was like, no. You know, this is what it is. You either take it or leave it, right? And that's okay. Like that's the big companies doing what they want. But you know, like
Yeah, because they gotta stack a resume.
exactly,
You know? Like it's like, oh, so wait, this salary isn't good enough for you? Okay, well, you know, I'm gonna call
yeah,
John.
we'll go get anyone else who is willing to work for that. But that's where I just